I'm a registered psychotherapist practicing in Ontario, and today I would like to discuss some strategies that might help you to better focus, concentrate, and to make progress despite challenging emotions, feelings of overwhelm or stress that you have around you. I would help you to ask different questions that would help you to understand yourself better and to increase your self-awareness about your emotions, feelings, about thoughts, body sensations, and to how to manage these sensations and how to respond in a manner that can help you to make progress and to focus on what matters for you. Oftentimes we feel sad, anxious, overwhelmed, and we tend to avoid things that cause distress. However, this chaos can be a sign for possible transformation, for changing your life or changing the way that you are reacting. And our emotions are a kind of signs, messages that are helping us to understand what matters for us, what we really care about, and we can use actually these signs in order to motivate, inspire ourselves. And oftentimes we got stuck on the feelings, on uncomfortable feelings, and we try to avoid these feelings. As a result, we move far away from things that create meaning in our lives. However, we can learn to respond to these feelings differently and use them as tools to make progress and to carry us towards things that matter for us. And oftentimes we got stuck on negative emotions and we think that we don't want to experience these emotions, we don't want to feel this way, we don't want to have these thoughts. However, we forget to ask such questions as what we want to feel instead, which thoughts would be more useful for us, or which approach would be more useful for us. For instance, we have certain thoughts that things will never change or I can never succeed, but how useful is it for you to have all those thoughts, and how useful is it for you when we procrastinate because we don't want to have these feelings? And if as a result of listening to my video today somehow this was helpful, what kind of change you would like to see? If you don't want to procrastinate, what you would like, or how you would like to act, and or how you would like to feel this time or space that you were using for procrastinating, or what kind of feelings you would like to have as a result of watching this video, what kind of difference you would like to see in your interactions with yourself and others, in your perception of the world and perception, how you perceive others, and what you would like to feel instead, what thought patterns would be more useful for you to adapt, what kind of change you want to see in yourself. So answering all these questions can help you to better understand what kind of change you want to see within yourself. So you can also write down answers to these questions, and it would help you to increase your self-awareness and to understand what are you hoping to achieve from this conversation. One of the most important things in dealing with emotions and taking steps towards the change that we want to achieve is becoming aware of our thoughts. For instance, try to remember any time when you want to make step towards change or try something new. Generally, we have some thoughts. Maybe you have some thoughts that you are not good enough. Maybe you have thoughts that you can't manage these feelings or you can't succeed. As a result, our mood is changing. Maybe you feel sad, anxious about it, you feel overwhelmed, or maybe you have some limiting self-beliefs that you can't succeed, you can't do anything, or things can never change, the situation can never change. So these thoughts are impacting the way we feel. As a result, they impact our behaviors, and if we keep using the same thoughts for a very long time, this can become our reality. So becoming aware of thoughts and about interconnectedness between these behaviors, emotions, and thoughts can help us to break the cycle and to generate new views, new ideas about about our beliefs, and think about exceptions. For instance, were there any times when you succeeded, or you had good relationships, or you could focus, you could concentrate on your work, you could complete what you have started, and what was different during those times? Which strengths did you use to achieve that goal, and who helped you? Which environments inspired you? Which interactions helped you? What other resources you used for this outcome to be achieved in the past? So thinking about it, about exceptions, about your strengths, can help to generate new views and new relationships with these thoughts. So once you become aware of self-limiting beliefs or thoughts that are not useful for you, you can generate new thoughts, new perspectives. For instance, when you think about exceptions, you can realize that you are not failing all the time, or there were times when you succeeded, when you had good relationships, good interactions, and then you can think about what helped you to succeed during those moments, who helped you, which thought patterns did you use, which thoughts, which beliefs were useful for you. So you can find some resources from here that can be used for further instances, for further situations, or when you will face any obstacles. So whenever you are trying to take a step, to make a progress, and whenever you will have these challenging feelings or thoughts, and when you become aware that thoughts are coming and going, and when you will know what kind of change you would like to see, and when you would focus on the final destination point, it will be easier to bear these feelings, to accept these feelings, since anytime we try to push feelings, they come back with a stronger strength, and then it's more difficult to accept those feelings. When we are trying to fight with them, we are losing a lot of time, a lot of energy, and we're just wasting our time and energy, whereas we could use it for something useful, for creating our dreams, for taking steps towards the change we want to achieve. So also envisioning your future, envisioning the change you want to see is important. For instance, what kind of change you want to see in yourself. If you want to stay focused on your goals, try to imagine what might help you. Try to describe the change that you want to achieve. For instance, if you want to stay focused for 1 hour or for 3 hours, imagine that you are sitting, and imagine the environment where you are, and try to remember what was helping you to stay focused at times when you could do it. Maybe it was maybe when you were in a cafe, or maybe certain people were around. Maybe you need chaos in order to focus, or maybe you need a silent environment. So try to imagine an environment that helps you to focus, and try to see yourself from distance, how you are sitting there, how you are focusing, and think about differences that this can create, results that this can create. Maybe you would have better relationships as a result of focusing. Maybe you have a better job. Maybe like why this goal is important for you, and what change it will create in other people. So understanding, analyzing this, imagining this would help to train your brain to overcome challenges when you will have it in real life situations. Humans are social creatures, and we all need each other in order to stay motivated, to stay inspired, and try to think about people who helped you to keep going, who motivated you, or who taught you certain strategies, and try to think about their reaction if you could succeed, about people whom you value, and this kind of connection also can help to create momentum and to keep going, because when we look at history, we see that everyone had a kind of social factor, so people who helped them to stay motivated to take action, or where they felt safe and inspired. So, and even if you cannot connect with those people right now, even imagining that you're having a conversation, or remembering any past memories can help to overcome anxiety or challenging feelings, and to create this sense of calmness. And also asking yourself what helped you to stay calm in the past, what helped you to regulate your emotions, to stay focused, and what was about you that helped you to sense this sense of calmness, peace, and to increase it in your heart can also help to find out some ways of dealing with your anxiety. So emotions don't have to be the things that are holding you back. They are coming and going, and we can learn how to navigate, to learn to cope with these emotions. And the strategies that you will use will differ according to person, because what works for me is not going to work for you. All of us, we are different, we have differences in our character, upbringing. Therefore, searching for the right way, trying new things like meditation, mindfulness, increasing physical activities, taking shower, using some strategies such as grounding or havening. You can research all of it and try and choose the strategies that would help better for you in order to decrease the impact of emotions and to be able to move faster towards things that matter for you. Emotions don't have to dictate the direction of your life or how you need to behave. On the other hand, you can learn how to surf with them, how to navigate them, and to use them in order to get closer towards your dreams, towards your goals, and the life that you want to achieve. Please feel free to share any your experiences, how you are managing your emotions, and if you would have any questions, please leave your questions in comments or send me an email. I would be glad to support you and to answer to your questions.